So once again, this was a very long day to get out to Huntsville. It was a family trip. I took the camera with me, but I wasn't going to be doing anything serious. And as you can see here, it was a good 2.5 hour-ish drive to get to where we needed to go. Now the thing with Huntsville, it's a very historic location. It's in the Muskoka region. If you're ever in Ontario, if you're around that region, I do highly recommend that you actually go check it out. It is absolutely beautiful. Everything, it's hard to explain. It's just such a relaxing area. There's so much nature. It's the hub that you use basically to get into Algonquin Park, which is one of Canada's greatest parks. Uh, it was a very, very nice, relaxing time. I did bring the camera with me, but about halfway up to Huntsville, I realized I was in such a rush to just pack all the clothing and all the, accessories and stuff you usually take when you're staying at a hotel and all that fun stuff. I completely forgot my tripod. I brought everything else, but I forgot my tripod. Uh, I just figured that I would make the most of it. But I wish I actually did bring it because when we first did arrive, there was the opportunity. Wasn't as good as the other video that I did in regards to going to Algonquin Park directly to take shots of the Aurora Borealis, but we were hoping for a nice clear area to be able to get some really nice just star photos. My wife wanted to just look up at the stars. Of course, I wanted to look up at the stars, but I also wanted to get photos. And as you can see here, I wasn't kidding. Ontario is just flat. There's just nothing. Just some trees and just flat land as far as you can see. So here's the night shot that I actually did take. This was at ISO 12,800, and we did go canoeing. I didn't get any shots in the canoe because I was too busy actually trying to do the steering for the canoe, and it was a lot of work because our daughter was always rowing on the wrong side. But it is what it is. So I just, when we were done, I figured, okay, I'll just grab the camera quick, take some street style photos, and as you can see, it is a very, very beautiful area. There's my wife and my daughter just heading out into the water, and that was crazy because you can walk out so far and the water's up to your waist. It's a very, very shallow area. It's crazy. But yeah, they just kept going further out and further out and further out. I was like, if you get too far out there, I can't help you. But, they had a great time. And as I was there, I was taking some action shots because I noticed that a lot of it was backlit, just where the sun was located. I wanted to get, the mist of the water. And look at that rooster tail. That is sick. That is sick. And I was shooting everything with the 55-300 PLM on the K3 Mark III. And here is actually the section of downtown in Huntsville where we were. This is just some screen grabs from Google Maps. And yeah, I mean, it's a lot of native people's insignias for the medicine wheel on a lot of the stores. It's a lot of handcrafted things. You can get moccasins, mucklucks. You can actually go into some stores and say, I want my name printed on this shirt. And they will actually make the shirt itself for you. They've got all the linens and everything, all the material, the cottons and all that stuff in the back. They have the machinery. They literally will make you what you want right there. It's very, very, it's a very different place to be. And this is out in the water where we actually were. Anyway, so on the final day, we went out to a place called Lion's Lookout, which is the absolute tallest section of Huntsville. It is way up there, way up there, as you can see. You can't get any higher than that. And the incline to drive up is very, very steep. And you literally feel like you're on top of the world. This is some footage. This was actually taken with my phone and my DJI OM4 gimbal. I didn't take the video with the camera. I was just focusing on the stills photos for this section here. But I just wanted to show just how breathtaking it is. Like you're just so high up there. And the other crazy thing is everything there is solid rock. There was some construction areas that we had noticed, and they literally have to blow up the rock in order to start digging to actually build any kind of building or dwelling or anything. It's absolutely amazing. It is solid, solid rock everywhere you look. I've I'm not a rockologist or whatever you call those people, but yeah, it was just mind blowing just to see like just the amount of work it would have to take. And this is us still at Lions Lookout, just looking at different sections of the Lions Lookout to see what we could see. As you can see, I mean the view is just as far as you can see is all there is. I mean, like you can see probably past the entirety of Huntsville itself. That last part just before I started zooming into this boat was probably all the way out at Algonquin Park and maybe even further. And you can see for hundreds of kilometers. And we just happened to be lucky that on this day it wasn't super misty or anything like that. It wasn't misty, it wasn't hazy or anything. So the view that you actually could have just went on seemingly forever. You could see everything. And the other interesting thing too with this is the fact that the islands were absolutely like I can't believe the islands that are actually out here. And my wife was joking because she was saying, "Oh, maybe we should just buy one of those islands and just move there, just live there. That would be cheap, right?" Like, yeah, I don't know about that, but I mean, Canada is a beautiful place. If you do get to the right places, a lot of it is very flat, but it is what it is. And I mean, imagine having a house there. You have no neighbors. You're surrounded by nature. It'd just be such a relaxing thing, especially if you're used to the hustle and bustle from the city. This would be a completely different experience. And this is at 300 millimeters. The other one was at 55, and that's just an island just sitting there in the middle of the water. Like it's crazy, and everyone's got a boat, and that's how they get around to places. Every restaurant has a waterfront patio with docks. You just pull up your boat, you get out, you order, have a seat. It's just completely and utterly different. This actually reminds me of the show Ozark, or the Ozarks. Yeah, I think that's what it was. We're just surrounded by water and stuff, small town kind of thing. Everybody seems to know each other, sort of thing. And this was underexposed seagull that I redid the exposure on. I had to do something. But anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.